Where does service learning fit into project-based learning? Hi, my name is Ryan Stoyer. Welcome to PBL Simplified for Teachers, where we answer your PBL need-to-knows so that we can simplify the PBL process for your classroom. Where does service learning fit into project-based learning? They fit really, really well together. I'll start there. In fact, I've got a webinar that you can check out that says, service learning and project-based learning, are they twins? Right? They're so similar. So I have twin boys, super blessed, and they are very similar. They love to be together. In fact, they like to call each other womb mates, but they're also two very different guys. Luke loves tractors. He loves to be outgoing. He likely will not stop talking. And then Caleb wants to go fish for like 3 hours. And you can go with him if you want. We're probably not going to talk. We're just going to catch fish, right? So similar, but different. Service learning and project-based learning, I would say, are the same things. You're trying to solve an authentic problem. You're going to have a community partner involved. You're going to have an end product. You're going to be looking at employability skills. You have the whole gamut of things to plan through. I think where the difference might be is in the structures of how you walk through it. Project-based learning, we've got a pretty set structure that you can work within, which gives you a lot of creativity within the structure, from entry event to benchmarks to a final presentation reflection. And service learning is going to be, again, similar, but have a different structure to it. In fact, our friends at NYLC, the National Youth Leadership Council, great folks. They have a ton of free resources. If you're diving into service learning, I highly recommend their things. So service learning is always going to have this action component built into it. Maybe it's advocacy. Maybe it's going out to clean the park. But cleaning the park is service. Service learning is when you clean the park and then you look at what you cleaned up and say, well, based on what we cleaned up, we're going to need 2 glass recycling bins, 1 plastic, and then actually just 1 garbage can now instead of 4. And you actually apply that learning. We'd say this similar outcomes for project-based learning. There are some folks that would advocate for scenarios for project-based learning, which is very difficult in service learning, right? It's hard to say, hey, we're going to pretend that we're going to clean up this park and then we're going to separate out the garbage. Like, you never do that. And actually, I'm not sure I'd recommend that for project-based learning either. We think the authenticity is super important. So we think it should be there too. So for us, service learning and project-based learning, they just go really, really well together. So put them together. It's a good choice. We hope that when you do that, it'll engage your learners, you'll tackle boredom, and transform your classroom.